Let's be honest for a second. When you watch a content creator, do you ever stop and think how much of this is real? How much of it is them? Well, here's the thing. Every single one of them, no matter how authentic they may seem, has a persona. It's not necessarily fake, it's just a version of themselves that they decide to present. The line between person and persona can get blurry. So let's just break it down. A person is, well, you. It's your private self, your inner thoughts, feelings, quirks, everything that makes you, you. A persona, on the other hand, is a version of yourself that you present to the world, especially online. When you're a content creator, this persona becomes your public-facing identity. And the tricky part? Your audience will never truly know who you are, only the version that you choose to show them. So how do you even create a persona? It's not like you're lying to people, right? It's more like filtering. Maybe you can emphasize certain traits or opinions that resonate with your audience. You can be the funny one, or the wise one, or the chaotic one, depending on which one gets you the most engagement. Over time, these little tweaks can shape your entire identity online. And this is where it gets tricky, because what happens when that persona starts to take over? Over time, these little tweaks can shape your entire identity online. And this is where it becomes tricky. Because what happens when the persona starts to take over? Honestly, I struggle with this a lot. Offline, online, there's this constant pressure to create a version of myself that people will like. Something that feels marketable. How I present myself has always been in the forefront of my mind. I even struggle with this problem in my actual life. When the cameras are off and I'm just with my friends, I'm constantly worried about how they perceive me. At times I find myself questioning my own identity. Am I really this person I'm portraying, or am I just giving people what I think they want to see? It's hard to separate myself from the version that I make for other people. It's exhausting trying to maintain a persona that feels like a mask when underneath it all, I'm just me. But being me sometimes feels too vulnerable. I want people to like me for who I am, but I also want them to stay entertained. I just want them to stay. Here's the deal. Your persona will affect the type of content you make and will affect who you are. Whether you mean it or not, you end up tailoring your content to match that persona, and sometimes it's fine. It helps your channel grow as a person, but sometimes it creates a gap. When the gap gets too wide, you start feeling disconnected from your own work, from yourself. You're chasing likes and views, but you're losing yourself in the process. Tommy Inna is someone that has talked about this from time to time, saying how when he was younger, he was loud, and that's what he became known for. But now that he's older, he started opening up about how he no longer feels like that kid, but still feels the need to keep it up for appearance. It was his persona. So how do you find the balance? For me, I honestly don't know. It's about giving yourself permission to be authentic, even if that means people won't like the real you. It's a concept I struggle with. It's okay to have a persona. Everyone does. Offline, online, it doesn't matter. But it's important to remember that your worth doesn't depend on how perfectly you fit into that role. Your life doesn't have to be a constant performance. Sometimes just showing up as you is enough. At the end of the day, the most important relationship you have is the one you have with yourself. So whether you're a creator or a viewer, remember that there's always something beneath the surface that you'll probably never see. Stay true to yourself, and your audience will follow. I know the tone of this video is very different than what I normally make, but I felt like I needed to put all my thoughts and feelings into one thing. So thank you for watching, and thank you for listening.